Hi everyone, I am Bindu. I trust you have had a chance to watch the video on educational structures and relevant career choices and found it insightful. In this video, we'll delve into the different types of educational institutions. Let's get started. An organization set up with religious, educational, professional, or social objectives is commonly known as an institution. The five core social institutions are the family, government, economy, education, and religion. Each institution has a distinct role and set of responsibilities that vary based on the society in which it operates. For today, let's focus on exploring the role and significance of educational institutions. An educational institution is often described as a knowledge factory, an organization dedicated to delivering formal instruction and learning experiences to students of all ages. These institutions are pivotal in shaping knowledge, skills, and intellectual development. Educational institutions encompass a variety of entities such as schools, colleges, universities, technical schools, and other centers dedicated to learning. Each type plays a crucial role in providing different levels and types of education and training. Educational institutions bear the responsibility of delivering quality education to support the growth and development of society. They play a crucial role in equipping individuals with the knowledge and skills necessary to contribute to the community and advance societal progress. Educational institutions are generally categorized into three main types: formal, informal, and non-formal. Formal education. This type of education typically occurs within a structured setting, such as schools, where individuals acquire academic, vocational, or trade skills. It follows a curriculum and is formally recognized through grades, diplomas, and other certifications. Educational institutions include a range of establishments such as elementary schools, lower secondary schools, compulsory education schools, upper secondary schools, universities, junior colleges, colleges of technology, special support schools, kindergartens, integrated centers for early childhood education and care. Each of these plays a specific role in providing education and support at different stages of a student's development. Informal education involves learning that happens outside of formal educational settings, such as at home, in the workplace, or through everyday interactions and experiences. Unlike formal education, informal learning does not follow a structured curriculum. Instead, It is more spontaneous and adaptable, catering to the individual needs and interests of learners as they navigate various aspects of their daily lives. Informal education can occur in everyday situations, such as a parent teaching a child how to prepare a meal. It also includes self-directed learning, like reading books from a library or exploring educational websites. While this type of education is typically unstructured and personalized, individuals may still earn formally recognized certificates through certain programs or assessments related to their informal learning experiences. Since its inception, Banastali University has maintained a focus on informal education, particularly aimed at the education and training of rural women. This commitment to rural development has been central to the university's vision and philosophy. In fact, Banastali was founded with the purpose of social service and the goal of making villages self-sufficient. Non-formal education refers to organized learning that occurs outside the formal education system. This type of learning is typically short-term, voluntary, and has minimal prerequisites. It often involves a structured curriculum and a facilitator, but it is not bound by the rigid framework of formal education. Examples of non-formal education include structured community-based activities such as swimming classes, sports programs, debating clubs, choirs, orchestras, and seminar-style courses. These programs may be pursued as part of one's job or studies, or they may be attended in one's free time for personal enrichment. A notable example of non-formal education is the National Open School (NOS), established in 1989 by the Ministry of Human Resource Development (MHRD), Government of India. India boasts one of the world's largest higher education systems, with over 58,000 institutions. As of 2022, there are 1,168 universities listed in the All India Survey on Higher Education (AISHE), which is overseen by the Ministry of Human Resources Development. During the 2021-22 academic year alone, nearly 2,400 higher education institutions were added. The number of students enrolled in higher education has reached 43.3 million, reflecting an increase of nearly 2 million students in just 1 year. Colleges are typically affiliated with or recognized by universities and offer degree programs. In contrast, stand-alone institutions often provide diplomas, and stand-alone institutions often focus on providing certifications or vocational training rather than offering full degree programs. As of June 2024, there are 171 institutes of national importance established under various acts of parliament. These include 23 Indian Institutes of Technology (IIT), 20 All India Institutes of Medical Sciences (AIIMS), 21 Indian Institutes of Management (IIM), 31 National Institutes of Technology (NIT), 25 Indian Institutes of Information Technology (IIIT), 7 Indian Institutes of Science Education and Research (IISER), 7 National Institutes of Pharmaceutical Education and Research (NIPER), 5 National Institutes of Design (NID), 3 School of Planning and Architecture (SPA), 2 National Institute of Food Technology, Entrepreneurship and Management (NIFTEM), 10 Central Universities, 4 Medical Research Institutes, 13 other specialized institutes. Let us know about institutions. Higher Education Board institutions and accreditation for certain programs. Stakeholders for providing higher educational board institutions. In certain cases, educational institutions receive accreditation for specific study programs. Distance learning programs. These must be accredited by the Distance Education Bureau (DEB). Accreditation for distance education programs is granted for a limited period and needs to be renewed periodically. Regulated professional programs. Study programs for regulated professions such as medicine, nursing, or teaching must be accredited by a professional council. These councils are affiliated with the University Grants Commission (UGC) and ensures that the programs meet the necessary professional standards. Technical study programs. Programs in technical fields require accreditation from the All India Council of Technical Education (AICTE). This accreditation ensures that the technical education provided meets national standards and industry requirements. When assessing higher education institutions, it is crucial to verify recognition. Ensure the institution is officially recognized. Check for Institute of National Importance status. This designation highlights institutions with exceptional standing and prestige, established under various Acts of Parliament. Confirm the highest NAAC accreditation level. The National Assessment and Accreditation Council (NAAC) awards accreditation based on quality benchmarks. Institutions with the highest accreditation level are recognized for their excellence in education. These institutions are typically dedicated to offering high-quality academic study programs. Accreditation level. Higher Education Board institutions at university level. Universities and university-level institutions have the authority to award degrees, such as bachelor's and master's degrees. The types of institutions that fall into this category include central universities, established by the central government and operate across the country. State universities, established by individual state governments and serve the residents of that state. Open universities focus on distance learning and offer flexible education opportunities. Private universities, funded and managed by private entities, often with a focus on specific academic or professional fields. Deemed universities, institutions granted the status of a university by the government due to their academic and research excellence. Institutes of national importance, designated by Acts of Parliament for their outstanding contributions to higher education and research. Institutes under State Legislature Acts, institutions established through state legislation with the authority to confer degrees. Other institutions, institutions established under state or central acts or acts of parliament that are authorized to award degrees. Colleges and similar institutions provide education under the supervision of universities or university-level institutions. There are two main types of colleges: university colleges, constituent colleges. These are colleges that are directly governed by a university and follow its regulations and curriculum. They are integral parts of the university system and offer programs aligned with the university standards. Affiliated colleges. These colleges are affiliated with the university but operate independently. They adhere to the university's curriculum and guidelines while offering programs that are recognized by the university. In both cases, universities determine the content and standards of the study programs provided by these colleges. Autonomous colleges. Both university or constituent colleges and affiliated colleges have the option to apply for autonomous status. This status allows colleges greater flexibility in designing their own curriculum, conducting examinations, and setting academic standards while still operating under the overarching framework of their parent university. Key points about autonomous colleges include application for status. Colleges seeking autonomous status must apply to the University Grants Commission (UGC), which grants this status based on certain criteria. Diplomas and degrees. While autonomous colleges can manage their academic programs independently, the degrees or diplomas awarded will still bear the name of the parent university. This ensures that the qualifications are recognized and accredited by the university. Stand-alone institutions. Stand-alone institutions operate independently and are not affiliated with any university or university-level institutions. They specialize in specific fields and provide focused education and training. Examples include technical educational institutions such as polytechnics, teacher training institutes, nursing institutes, These institutions are not authorized to award degrees. Instead, they offer various diplomas and certificates. For instance, students may receive diplomas such as a diploma in general nursing and midwifery or a postgraduate diploma depending on the program and field of study. Secondary educational institutions and diplomas. To advance in secondary education, students must obtain a diploma from a recognized board, which includes a specific subject as part of their qualifications. Types of secondary educational boards in India. State boards. India is divided into 28 states, each with one or more state boards responsible for secondary education. Some states have separate boards for lower and upper phases of secondary education. Central boards. Central Board of Secondary Education, CBSE, oversees education for many schools across the country, setting a national standard. Council for the Indian School Certificate Examinations, CISCE, conducts examinations for the Indian Certificate of Secondary Education, ICSE, and the Indian School Certificate, ISC. National Institute of Open Schooling, NIOS, provides flexible education for students who require alternative modes of learning. Central boards generally set higher standards compared to the state boards, offering a uniform curriculum across various regions. Schools. Government schools. Government schools are those schools that are governed, administrated, and funded by the government. Around 12.73 crores of students in India are studying in government schools, which shows that government schools have a huge impact on the Indian schooling structure. Types of schools in India. Central government schools, state government schools, local government schools, private schools, government aided schools, international schools, charity schools, embassy schools, open schools. Central government schools. These schools are run and funded by the central government. The curriculum the school follows is also set by the autonomous education bodies regulated by the central government. Some major central government schools are Kendriya Vidyalaya, KV, in an urban area, Jawahar Navodaya Vidyalaya for the rural area, Kasturba Gandhi Balika Vidyalaya for girls and army schools, etc. State government schools. These schools are managed and funded by the state government. The state government schools mainly follow the curriculum of the State Board of Education. Some popular state government schools are Sarvodaya Bal Vidyalaya, Rajkiya Vidyalaya, Pratibha Vidyalaya, etc. Local government schools. Local government schools are financed and managed by the local government of a state, offering school education from standard 1 to 5. Municipal corporation schools, Pradhamik Shala and Pradhamik Vidyalaya are examples of local government schools. Private schools. Private schools are owned by either an individual or any organization or trust. They are operated independently and the government has no role in monitoring and functioning of the school. The curriculum is set by the individual school charter. Government aided schools. Government aided schools are those schools that receive annual or regular aid from the central or state government, even though these schools are not government schools. These schools are administered and run by a committee that is approved by the government. The rules and regulations are made by the government for aided schools. Government-aided private schools are also known as semi-government schools. Kerala Education Society and Andhra Education Society are some examples of government-aided schools in India. International schools. The main aim of international schools is to promote international education by adapting international frameworks and international curricula. They provide an international environment to the students. The primary language in international schools is English. They follow international curricula such as the Cambridge curriculum and the IB curriculum. Examples of international schools are Ryan International School, Dhirubhai Ambani School, and GD Goenka International School. Charity schools. Charity schools are voluntarily funded schools. Mainly, charity schools are run by NGOs. They don't work under a specific framework like any other school in India. They are independent schools. Examples of charity schools are Udan Foundation, Nanhi Kali, etc. Embassy schools. Embassy schools refer to those schools which are only for students whose parents work in the foreign embassy, means citizens who work in embassies so that they can get an education in their native environment. Example, American Embassy School in New Delhi. Open schools. Open schools are for those students who left their studies in the middle due to any reason. Open schooling is also known as distance learning or correspondence. In open schooling, the classes are conducted 2 days a week, which gives freedom to the students that they can focus on their daily work and side by side complete their education. NIOS, National School Open Learning, is the main institution for open schooling. Boarding schools. Boarding schools can be government schools or private schools. The factor that makes boarding schools different from other government or private schools is that they provide accommodation to the students. In a boarding school, Students stay on the school premises from class 1 to 12. They get all the facilities in the school such as laundry, mess, gym, bedroom, etc. They don't school in Dehradun and Sherwood College in Nainital are an example of India's best boarding schools. Online schools. Online schools are the most recent talks in the education sector. The concept of online school came into existence during the COVID-19 pandemic. Some edtech companies are working on online schools. Online schools will work based on technology. The online school students will not be required to come to school. They can get their education at their home right on their device through the internet. Fine, you have got so much information on various educational institutions. We will be focusing on various educational institutions for the differently abled in the next video. Be ready to watch. Have a nice day.